Hi, this is TEFL Kevin, and we've been talking around here about what's going on with the coronavirus crisis in terms of Thailand. As you know, TEFL courses around the world have completely dried up. On-site courses are impossible to hold now because you can't get people in the classroom because of social distancing constraints. And it's the same that applies to real schools where people do their observed practice teaching. So what's going to be happening in the near future? Well, it looks like Thailand's are slowly opening up. In terms of arrivals, the Thailand airports are opening up in the middle of May. Phuket Airport opens on the 16th of May. But these are for domestic arrivals only. This is people going from Bangkok to Phuket or Chiang Mai or places like this. So this is really domestic travel, which is obviously people who are already in the country, which is mostly Thais to be sure. So that's the first step. The next step is going to be international travel. That's currently banned right now until May 31st. What will happen after May 31st? Well, as we get up to that date, we'll know if it's going to be extended, a few more weeks or longer. And we'll know what even if it's not extended, what repercussions will there be in. They're not just going to let people, it's not going back to 100% normal. They're not just going to let people fly into Thailand on the 1st of June if the ban is lifted. They may be put under quarantine for a while. There could be a combination of, they have to show documentation that they're not COVID-19 positive, things of this nature. These are things we're still waiting to see, and the government's kind of like taking a day-by-day approach to see how the situation develops. So we see this opening up of Thailand in phases. Phase one is the middle of May, where it's going to be domestic travel only, and maybe after May 31st, we'll see it opening up with restrictions to international travel. All of this means that traditional TEFLs, on-site TEFLs and on-site practicums, where you're teaching real students in a real classroom, are not going to happen in the foreseeable future. Thai schools are set to reopen on July 1st, so that again is some kind of a deadline that we know is when we can actually have practicums. So for the foreseeable future, if you want to do a practicum right now and get ahead of the curve when everyone starts to go back to school again, is to do a virtual TEFL. As you know, at Vantage, we do not believe in online-only TEFLs. If you don't have a practicum, if you don't have observed practice teaching, you don't have the practice to develop the skill set you need to be successful in the classroom. So we don't do it, period. Those online TEFLs are just generally recognized by the lowest of schools for that very reason. So what we do is virtual. We're going to be doing a virtual TEFL. You do the on-class, you do the course book on-site, you do the course book online. You have 6 months to do it. Most people do it in about 2 months or so. And then you do a virtual live stream TEFL, which we'll do with real students, but it's going to be streamed live. That's the way you can only way you can get your practicum done now with all the restrictions to the coronavirus crisis. So that's what we're doing. We also have a combined course. The combined course is where you do the book online and you do your practice teaching in a real school. That's suspended until the real schools open up again. So we have some of our trainees they've signed up for the combined course because they want to do a real practicum with real students. So they've signed up for the book. COVID permitting, they'll do their practicum in a real school from July or August. If it's not, they can go and do a virtual on-stream TEFL online. Again, these are real non-speaking English students in our stream TEFL. It's just that they're on camera. So that's kind of an update of what's going on here. Keep in touch. On our Facebook page and on our Twitter feed, we're giving you some of the information from the Bangkok Post about the new infections per day, total infections. New infections have come down a lot. We've had 0 2 days ago. We had 1 yesterday. And I'm talking mid-March here. We're going down a lot from the highs of the 50s. So hopefully that will continue because it will make the government more go. And the country is opening up already. The lockdown is being partially lifted. People are going into restaurants, not filling up all the tables, but they're going in with social distancing guidelines. That's it. If you like, give us a like if you like what you're hearing, and talk to us in the comments. What do you want us to cover or what do you want to hear more of? Thanks very much. Bye.